This was an existing pond that was a concrete shell.
So someone originally put a concrete and then someone fixed it with liner.
Yeah, this was originally a tennis court.
Okay, so tennis court to concrete pond to liner pond to...
Now what we've got is a fully functioning ecosystem pond.
So once a year you do a clean out on this, right?
We used to maintain this pond for them weekly, but because this is so self-sustaining, we made it so simple, we don't do any work except for a pond clean out.
So it went from weekly maintenance to putting in a wetland filtration and doing yearly maintenance. Right here is a beautiful waterfall. Just listen to that sound. Coming all the way down. This is a first-year pond, right?
It's a year old now.
Yeah, and look at how the sedums have already started to soften up that whole back side there.
They're actually planted in the water. They're planted from in between the liner and the rocks, so they're actually
getting the water.
Filtering the water as well.
Yep. So this is one of your rituals, coming out and feeding the fish? That's awesome.
Always, in the morning.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Nice deep pond, and what's so neat is it's right on the edge of the patio. So right down here, you look in there, what a perfect little vistage area to see the fish just swimming, having fun. Got some beautiful hydrangeas here. And to think that a year ago, this was just what, grass?
This was always high up here. There was a retaining wall here with the large limestones.
Uh-huh.
This was a large Japanese maple that we had here that died.
Oh, okay.
When that died, it was time for a pond.
Amen. Beautiful backyard. So how long have you been here, Dan?
2001, 19 years.
And that's how long? It took you 18 years to get your own pond, huh?
No, it took me 34 years to get my own pond.
But now you're living the lifestyle yourself. All right, Dan, this is my first time seeing this. So this is Dan Puts Ponds and Gardens, and this is his son, Connor. You're gonna go hang out with Dad and the pond guy, huh? And I'm Greg Wittstock, the pond guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the pond guy, and I just heard a frog, and wow, look at this yard. Look at these koi, here they come. They know we're coming. Beautiful fish. So tell me a little bit about this. This was a existing pond that you retrofitted?
This was an existing pond that was a concrete shell. And that concrete shell had a rubber liner on top of it. So it kept bubbling up all the time from hydrostatic pressure. We got tired of...
So someone originally put a concrete and then someone fixed it with liner.
Yeah, this was originally a tennis court.
Okay, so tennis court to concrete pond to liner pond to...
Now what we've got is a fully functioning ecosystem pond. If you come on over here, you can actually see this was all a narrow channel. We expanded all the way to the other side. So we've got 64,000 pounds of boulders in this project alone.
Okay.
We've got wetland filtration up on the top. We've got wetland filtration up on the bottom. All these plants started out yay big this spring, and every year they grow up to about that size.
Because they get all of the nutrients from the fish. Correct. And because we have a wetland filter here pulling the nutrients out of the water, you get crystal clear water with a lot of jumbo fish.
Easy peasy.
And this is the homeowner?
This is his grandson.
That's an old Aquascape package there.
EcoBlast.
Yes, it is a beautiful property, man.
Instead of the traditional skimmer, we have a snorkel and centipede. So what we did is we retrofitted it. We brought the pond back here, dug out, dropped the liner in, overlapped it, seamed it, and then we've got a snorkel here where our pump sits down in here. So it looks like this. Our pump sits down here. We've got intake coming from the top. What this does is it skims the surface of the water, and then any collection gets right here underneath this rock, can be scooped out and put into a compost bin.
So it pulls all of the debris off, the waterfall pushes it, the skim cove pulls it off, and then Matt, his grandson, probably takes this out once a week or whatever, however long the trees are doing, and empties it. So you've got a wetland filtration both at the top and as well as on the side, just because of so many fish, right?
Correct. We want our homeowners to be able to overstock this pond.
Yes.
Let him feed it as much as he wants.
So
this wetland filter is actually being fed not only from the intake bay, water comes in, but it comes from the bottom. It goes through a series of aqua blocks and it goes into a snorkel and centipede. You can see a snorkel.
Oh yeah, so here's the snorkel, so then once a year you can clean it out, right?
Correct. That water being pumped through the components, all the debris, all of the sludge gets trapped in the aqua blocks. And the plants actually absorb the nutrients. It's food for those plants, and you can see the results. It's mid-July, and these things are already 5 feet tall.
Amen, amen. Beautiful cannas. What is this?
This is chameleon plant. Smell it? It's very invasive.
Holy cow. Wow, that has got a strong smell to it.
In some wetland filters, we actually do aquaponics. We'll grow vegetables in them. Zucchini, cucumber, whole range of vegetables inside a wetland filtration.
I love the fact that you have cattails there, which breaks up the boulder look. So you got some areas of boulders, some area of cattails, a gravel wetland area over here with some beautiful, absolutely beautiful canna. How long ago did you redo this pond?
This is going back about 12 years ago.
So when you got here, this thing was a pretty big of a mess.
This was a disaster. All the large boulders on the sides were being pushed up from the liner. The hydrostatic pressure would just make them fall in, and we'd come out here once a month and we'd have to rebuild it.
Because the bubbling liner, because there was concrete, and then the water would get between the concrete and the liner and actually push these giant boulders out of place.
Right.
So this is a Heron Prevention. So you got this shallow water, you've got this fishing string, and look at how safe the fish are. Look at how he's incorporated this driftwood in there. That's a sign of a certified Aquascape contractor. It's not just that they use driftwood, it's that they use driftwood in a way that is so creative. You had a natural piece like that, and this is the art that you get when you hire a certified Aquascape contractor, not just a guy that does ponds. That is pure art. Any of this duckweed that would make it downstream would be instantly eaten by the koi. That's a natural koi food right there. This is such a natural landscape. Incredible.
This is the wetland filter. It goes all the way back up and through here. This was the original wetland filtration that we put in. Prior to this, there were two big bead filters that sat over here. They would lose prime, they'd go down, and this narrow path, the homeowner used to have to struggle to get up here, and then it would take them literally about an hour to get them reprimed.
So because once the water would go all the way down, it would overflow the pond, and then you'd have to fill the pond back up a little bit of water to get the pumps going again.
Exactly.
Where now all of this basin is underneath there, the water stays below.
Correct.
So once a year you do a clean out on this, right?
We do a clean out once a year. We used to maintain this pond for them weekly, but because this is so self-sustaining, we made it so simple, we don't do any work except for a pond clean out.
So they went from weekly maintenance to putting in a wetland filtration and doing yearly maintenance.
Correct.
Wow, just look at this. This entire backyard habitat. Simply incredible, from a home from the 1920s. This never gets old for me, going out and seeing how people are living the aquascape lifestyle, incorporating modern techniques with old school water features. Concrete is not the way to build water features, because concrete in Zone 5, Michigan, Zone 5, Chicago, Zone 4, Canada, cracks in the wintertime. Rubber liners, easier, less expensive, 20-year manufacturer guarantee, and when you cover it with rock and gravel, it's good forever. So this is just a spectacular example of what can be done to modernize a water feature. So what would a project like this run from Puts Ponds?
A project like this with 64,000 pounds of rock, liner, underlayment, gravel, wetland filter, intake bay, skim cove, piping, the whole 9 yards, ballpark $80,000, $90,000.
For a 1920s home with a pond that has been here, that has been an eyesore for them, for less than a cost of a fancy sports car, they can have a one-of-a-kind, unique, beautiful piece of artwork with living koi in it.
That's correct.
Wow, I love the artwork, man, and what's so nice is it's so natural. This guy's a gardener, huh?
The greenhouse is right over here.
Oh my gosh, a greenhouse. There we go. This is a serious hobbyist. Wow. Man, oh man. Somebody is into plants.
There's actually two greenhouses.
Yeah, this is historic. I wonder if it's been here since the house was built.
It was.
Really, really, really cool. So you said this is his therapy, huh? He's a retired insurance guy.
His wife does the interior plants inside.
He does the outside.
It's his baby outside.
Well, that's kind of a good combination. They are very talented hobbyists, that is for sure. Very, very cool.
This plant in Florida all the time.
Very nice. Look at this old bluestone patio. So you might say, why does somebody with a big pond like this want a little pond like that? Just look at how cute that is. Look at this frog just sitting on a piece of water lettuce. Green frog. A very tame green frog. He's like, what are you doing? So what is that? So say that again.
I don't know.
There's a plant, and he actually put it in, huh?
It's actually growing right inside.
Yeah, that's really cool.
The homeowner has a name for it, but he didn't share it with me the other day because he couldn't remember.
Well, if you guys can identify this plant, I am the pond guy, not necessarily the plant guy, and I have never seen this plant. Have you ever seen it in a pond before?
Never.
So if you're gonna help identify this plant, put it in the comments below. See the fish going on the bottom and rooting around and picking up the gravel? That's eating the algae. That's what koi are supposed to do. If they just have liner, they don't have this thing to do. There's a reason that they have whiskers. And the whiskers is to grab the gravel and is to stir up and eat whatever's in there. And that's a healthier fish when they could play around in the gravel and eat some of the nutrients off of the gravel. Eating the algae from the sides. You know, this is natural. This is how nature works. And when you put rocks and gravel in a pond, you'll see fish doing this. A beautiful kohaku there. Nice fish. This is truly what an aquascape ecosystem looks like. Functioning, happy, and healthy. What a garden that you have here. How you doing, sir? I'm the pond guy, Greg.
Larry.
Larry, nice to meet you. So how long have you lived here, Larry?
47 years, something like that.
Wow, wow. And this is your third grandson to help maintain the property?
He's one of the four.
Four? Where does he rank in gardening abilities?
He's the best, but he's the youngest.
Oh, okay. They saved the best for last.
He's the last one. Don't have any younger ones coming.
So this was, Dan said, about a dozen years ago he started working with you out here on this pond?
I don't know the answer to that. I'm sure he's correct. The pond we had was, compared to what we have, ugly. There's just a hole in the ground with some water in it.
Not unusual.
It's now much wider, deeper, and all the excess above.
It's an addictive hobby, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're really into the gardening and also the koi?
Well, one way of expressing that is every tree you see, except for this one, that one, the tallest one, and the tallest one, I planted.
Wow, you have been here for a while.
And every bed you see was grass. And when you came in, I call it a meadow. And it was grass. So I try to create a lot of beds to create a lot of weeds to keep us all busy doing something.
And employ your grandsons.
Yep.
So how would you describe owning a water garden to somebody who doesn't know what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about?
Well, it's pretty easy. Invite them to look. If they look at it, they'll say, geez, I like that. If you explain it to them, they know what the hell it looks like. You've done nothing.
So you happy with Dan Putt and Putt's Ponds?
He's the best I know.
Good job. Every once in a while we get one. So 47 years in this home. Amazing. And I saw your greenhouse and Dan said that's really your wife's domain. She does the inside and you kind of do the outside.
That's because I'm lazy. I got tired doing the greenhouse.
I would not say that you were lazy. Just looking at that, the fact that...
Another way I explain it. She's queen inside and I'm king outside.
There you go. I like that. Well, it seems like a good arrangement. It's certainly working. Oh my gosh, unbelievable character. So fun for me to go out and meet my customers' customers and see how they are living the aquascape lifestyle. You can't make this stuff up. There's so many ponds out there that aren't filtered properly, that are concrete, they're built with the wrong materials, they're high maintenance. Our goal is ponds done right, customer served right. And a ponds done right to us is beautiful, low maintenance, and enjoyable. And a customer served right is somebody that gets to basically sit back and relax. And this went from weekly maintenance to yearly maintenance with cleaning out the filters. And that's what the Aquascape ecosystem wetland filters. If you have an existing pond and want it fixed up, or if you just want to start living the aquascape lifestyle yourself, like this man has for so many years, check out the link below to find a certified aquascape contractor in your area. I love my job.